Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. There is a communal storm in the city of Hyderabad. Protests erupted after BJP MLA Raja Singh's derogatory remarks against the Prophet went viral on social media. He made those remarks while taking a swipe at comedian Munawwar Farooqi, whose show he had tried to disrupt. Protesters in the opposition demanded action against Raja Singh. He was arrested by the Hyderabad police and later granted bail. Raja Singh finds himself at the center of a controversy once again, as he is a repeat offender with a whopping 75 cases against him, mostly for hate and provocative speeches, as well as disruption of law and order. In the past, he has threatened to behead those who oppose the Ram Temple and raise the homes of Uttar Pradesh voters who did not vote for Yogi Adityanath. He has even called for the murder of Rohingya refugees. The BJP has finally cracked the whip against the MLA and suspended him from the party. But this is the flip side. Members of the MIM were leading the protests against Raja Singh, and one councillor from the party named Zafar Khan raised the dreaded Sartan Se Juda slogan against the MLA and his supporters. Now MIM chief Owaisi has condemned Raja Singh's statement. He says Hyderabad is known for its harmony, but the BJP is destroying the social fabric of the city, adding that it is abundantly clear that the BJP is anti-Muslim. However, while action has been taken against Raja Singh, no step has been taken against Zafar Khan so far, neither by the police nor by MIM, his party, for his provocative statement. While the city remains on the edge, who is stoking communal tension? Earlier today, I spoke to MIM chief and Member of Parliament from Hyderabad, Asaduddin Owaisi. Listen into what he had to say, and then I bring in the guests. Mr. Owaisi, the BJP has cracked the whip and has taken action against T. Raja Singh over his derogatory comments made against Prophet Muhammad.
Well, I would still reiterate that these sort of statements will not be stopped by BJP leaders. I had said this on record when Nupur Sharma had uttered what she had uttered. I am saying the same thing today when a BJP MLA from Hyderabad has used a derogatory language against Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This will continue. It is an official policy of BJP to speak in this language, to ensure that Muslim minorities are made to feel more insecure, and they feel that this is the best way of taking forward their political program in Telangana or other parts of India to create hatred against the Muslims.
But Owaisi Saab, if you look at it, action taken against Nupur Sharma when she made derogatory comment, of course, we do know that it was because of international pressure. The BJP says no, it was not because of that. They found it completely unacceptable and condemnable. In this particular case, also action being taken. Of course, Mr. T. Raja Singh is someone who's seen as a habitual offender as well. But the larger messaging, would you not agree that the party is sending that these kinds of statements against Prophet, against gods and goddesses will not be tolerated and has to be condemned? In recent times, we have also seen, polarizing statements that were made by the party, other leaders, action being taken. Is this course correction by the BJP?
No, I don't agree with your question. The reason I don't agree is that I feel that I am of the opinion that this is an official policy of BJP. And secondly, to corroborate what I have said, please, you must have seen the video and utterances made by Rajasthan BJP MLA, wherein he was boasting about the killings of Muslims in this so-called issue of cow smuggling. We have seen day in, day out, such statements are issued by BJP leaders. So I am of the opinion that this will not stop, this will continue. And BJP has realized that you make these statements, then we make a statement wherein we'll wash our hands of you for a temporary period of time. But their association with RSS will continue, and it only happened that in Telangana you have a non-BJP government which took a rightful action by arresting the BJP MLA. That has not been the case with Nupur Sharma, because in Delhi the law and order comes under the BJP regime.
And Owaisi Saab, what justifies really those chants of Sartan se juda when Raja Singh was arrested? The BJP has taken action. Will action be taken against all those who were chanting those slogans?
Well, let me tell you that I have condemned anyone who have used those slogans. You have all the right to protest, but by holding a protest, you cannot make a call for killing someone, whether it be the BJP MLA who uttered those statements. I strongly condemn it, and the law must take its own course. I have even told who I know everyone that what they are saying is completely wrong. We dissociate ourselves, and they should not use such slogans. You protest, because from morning 12:30 a.m. to morning 6:30, all of us were on toes. We were very, very apprehensive that the peace in Hyderabad, which has been maintained from last 8 years, something untoward can happen. And I'm thankful to the people of Hyderabad for not falling victim to these derogatory statements and to the attempts being made by these radical or unsocial elements. Thankfully, Hyderabad remains peaceful. It will continue to remain peaceful, because as far as Telangana and Hyderabad is concerned, we require peace at all cost. That is how Telangana and Hyderabad can grow, and this will bring benefits to every common person in Hyderabad.
And Owaisi Saab, after Nupur Sharma episode, there has been a rise in hate speech. The overall, the fault lines that we keep talking about are very much on the surface. The atmosphere has been vitiated. There has been fallout that happened in Amravati, in other parts as well, where people from the majority community were targeted too. What will you be saying? Do you think there is a need for political parties, politicians from various parties to come together to ensure that there is peace largely, and a big message of communal harmony that is given?
Yes, that is the inherent responsibility of the political parties. You need not require Maria Shakil to require every political party of their inherent responsibility. But my question is that to stop radicalization, rule of law must prevail. And the law should be applied equally to everyone. The law should not be applied selectively. I'm giving you an example. You have a non-BJP government, a person has been arrested. You have a BJP government in Delhi, Nupur Sharma is not arrested. So how can there be a selective use of law?
So you are saying that it is essentially justice delayed, and because Nupur Sharma has not been arrested, justice has not been really achieved.
Yes, that is the case so far. And that is why we see that when people see that the law is being applied selectively, they feel that we are the blue-eyed boy of the ruling party, and we will continue to say all nonsense, use derogatory language against one particular religion and about their prophet. So that cannot, if you have to put an end to all this nonsense, please apply law equally. Now we have seen that the NSA, when he was in Russia, he was told about a suicide bomber who wanted to come to India. I hope that the political antenna of the ruling BJP will go up, and they will at least stop now the selective usage of law in the implementation part of it.
But that's also a reflection of deep radicalization that's happening. And also, when you talk about that bomber, that's also, yes, of radicalization and indoctrination.
Well, Maria, radicalization is also there when a BJP MLA says that we have killed Muslims at 3 places in Rajasthan. You have radicalization where when someone says in Mysore that if you remove the poster of Savarkar, we will cut your hands. So radicalization has to be seen without looking through it to the prism of one religion. Anyone who calls for violence, for cutting of hands, for cutting of head, is a radicalized element. Simple as that.
And Owaisi sir, what will you tell those who are saying that this arrest will further lead to communal polarization and division, particularly keeping in mind the elections in Telangana, where BJP is looking at a possible toehold? They made significant inroads by winning 4 MPs in 2019.
Well, I have no issues as far as BJP takes on K. Chandrasekhar Rao politically, which I am sure they will be unsuccessful. because K. Chandrasekhar Rao is the tallest leader in Telangana, and they are no match to his political sagacity. But allowing your MLA, but for my today's press conference and but for yesterday's protest, which continued from 12:30 a.m., BJP was compelled to act on it. And the Telangana government had taken a rightful decision. Let us have a political fight. Let us strengthen democracy. Let us have a dialogue. You defeat me through ballot, but please don't try to defeat me through violence.
And talking about that, you have condemned the words that were chanted when Raja Singh was arrested. What about action being taken against them?
Well, the law will take its own course, and we will not be an impediment when the law will be applied.
Have those people been identified? And, the similar point being made by the BJP in the centre, sir, that law is taking its course, and that is the reason why perhaps Nupur Sharma has not been arrested.
Exactly. Law was not allowed to take its own course in Delhi. Law took its own course in Telangana because you had a non-BJP government which has applied law on everyone, which has arrested everyone. Because we know as an Hyderabadi that if peace is strong in Hyderabad and Telangana, then it is the common people who will go to sleep peacefully, and because they will have the means to earn their livelihood. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, it's a pharma capital, Hyderabad. This is what we want Hyderabad to grow. We want peace to prevail. You have no power disconnections in Hyderabad. You don't have load shedding in Telangana. We want this to continue. The BJP has no words, have no other way to reply, and unfortunately they're indulging in this language which has been equally condemned by everyone in Hyderabad, irrespective of which religion they belong to.
But Owaisi sir, inflaming sentiments when you look at it, and these corporators and others being emboldened and going ahead with these slogans, completely unacceptable, call for violence, that should go beyond just condemnation, sir.
Well, you be rest assured that action will be taken. I, as a party president, will not allow such utterance to be made, and one cannot make these utterances. You have the right to protest, please protest. A BJP MLA has said all nonsensical things, the derogatory language is used, law has taken its own course, but one cannot make a call for violence. I don't agree with it.
Let me bring in my guests at this hour on News Epicenter. Tariq Fateh, author, columnist; Ravula Sridhar Reddy is senior TRS leader; Vinod Bansal is national spokesperson of the VHP; Syed Asim Waqar is a spokesperson of MIM; and we also have Vemul Patabi, he is an advocate. Tariq Fateh, Raja Singh has been a habitual offender.
Yes.
The fact is that he continues to make these statements. Yes, the party has suspended him. Do you see this almost like some kind of brazenness, because he knows that he will get away with it?
Well, he was charged, and he's, my understanding, he's got out on bail.
Yes.
And the legal framework, the court system in India will have to take its course. But the reaction of Sir Tan Se Juda and all that, this is not to be taken lightly. We've seen that happening right across, wherever there is this sense of victimhood and sort of a grievedness that Muslims are being made to feel. We've seen that happening in New York with Salman Rushdie. We've seen that happening in many places in India where people have been beheaded, the videos have been made, and this notion that if you say something which we don't like, we will simply cut off your head. And I'll give you the example of Nupur Sharma. As a Muslim, I don't understand what exactly she said, other than her tone, that every Muslim knows is the right thing. She simply quoted from Islamic texts. She didn't add anything to it, yet she...
But Mr. Tariq Fateh, I'm going to put your focus back on Raja Singh and his controversies.
Yes.
He was put under house arrest because he threatened to disrupt Munawar Farooqi's show only recently, that is on 19th August. September 2020, again, he was seen. The Facebook had labeled Raja Singh as dangerous individual and banned him from all its platforms for hate speeches. In his election affidavit, he has talked about police cases. April 2017, to those who warn of dire consequences if Ram Mandir is built, we are waiting for you to say this so we can behead you. He's someone who's known for his provocative speeches. He incites violence.
Of course he does. There's no question about it. But the point is that the court, the legal system has to take its course over there. The point is that will Muslims invoke their own unwritten Sharia law as a way of punishment for those that they feel have sort of insulted the Holy Prophet? It simply can't work both ways. You either have the aspect of the constitution, the law of parliament, the Lok Sabha, right down to the provincial and district levels, that this is a Hindustani civilization. This is where you came to live. You have a choice. If you don't feel that India is a place where Muslims can live, everyone is free to go to Pakistan. They'll find out that...
Asim Bakar, he has been arrested and then released on bail. The question is, what action has your party taken against that corporator and all those who have been identified who were shouting that slogan? How is call for beheading or call for violence acceptable to your party? And then you say that action has not been taken against Nupur Sharma. She has not been arrested. What about you taking action against your own corporator?
देखिए, मुझे बहुत अफसोस इस बात का है
जी।
हाँ, मेरी आवाज आ रही हो तो मैं बोलूं?
जी, आ रही है।
मुझे बहुत अफसोस इस बात का है। हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने भी ये बात कही, मैं भी कह चुका हूं, इससे पहले भी कई बार इस तरह के मामले आए। देखिए, संविधान हमको प्रोटेस्ट करने की इजाजत देता है संवैधानिक तरीके से, लेकिन उस प्रोटेस्ट में, उस प्रदर्शन में इलीगल स्लोगन्स, असंवैधानिक बात की इजाजत संविधान नहीं देता है। हम लोग तो संविधान के साथ खड़े हैं। लेकिन जो मैं भी आपसे पहले भी कई चैनल पर था, बात ये निकली मैडम कि जिस आदमी ने पैगंबर इस्लाम मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के बारे में ये बकवास बकी है, या नुपुर शर्मा पे लोग बात कर रहे हैं, क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता या बीजेपी क्या अब इस तरह से धर्मों को गाली देकर हुकूमत करना चाहती है? क्या आप सब प्रोग्रेस, तरक्की, बाकी सब काम पीछे हो गए? भाई, नुपुर शर्मा को तो आपने जिंदल को कह दिया फ्रिंज एलिमेंट। अब इसको फ्रिंज एलिमेंट कैसे कहेंगे आप?
राजा सिंह भी क्या
तो आपका विधायक है, कई बार का विधायक है बीजेपी की टिकट पर।
विनोद बंसल जी, क्या राजा सिंह भी फ्रिंज एलिमेंट है?
बात पूरी हो जाने दीजिए। नहीं, बात पूरी हो जाने दीजिए।
हाँ, करिए।
बात पूरी हो जाने दीजिए, फिर पूछ लीजिएगा।
हाँ।
देखिए, सवाल यह है कि राजा सिंह कहने लगा कि भगवान और धर्म पहले है और बाकी सब बाद में, और मैं मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम से बहुत प्यार करता हूं, जान दे सकता हूं। अच्छी बात है, दीजिए। मैंने बीजेपी के नेताओं से एक सवाल पूछा, बीजेपी वाले तो आ ही नहीं रहे, भाग गए, कि अगर आपको भगवान से और धर्म से इतनी प्यार है तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एक राज्यसभा सांसद नरेश अग्रवाल ने राज्यसभा में बीजेपी के मंत्रियों और एमपीज की उपस्थिति में प्रेजेंस में क्या वो उसने क्या कहा?
विनोद बंसल जी जवाब दीजिए। विनोद बंसल,
you dismissed,
you took action against Nupur Sharma, suspended her. Action has been taken also against Raja Singh, but the larger question is that he gets away. एक ब्रेजननेस है उनमें कि कुछ नहीं होगा।
नहीं, Maria ji, there are 4 or 5 questions raised out of this debate. One is that what Nupur Sharma has said, nobody has appreciated it. Number 2, what she had told to the entire country is quoted by hadith. If the hadith is wrong, one has to clarify it. If the hadith is right, what the way, whether it's her communication is wrong, let us so mean. I mean, क्वेश्चन इज दैट ये राम और कृष्ण का देश है. हम भगवान राम और भगवान कृष्ण के जीवन चरित्र पर खुले मन से चर्चा करते हैं, सब तरह के क्रिटिसिज्म को भी झेलते हैं. पैगंबर मोहम्मद साहब के अंदर जो अच्छाई है उन पर बहस क्यों नहीं होनी चाहिए, उस पर चर्चा क्यों नहीं होनी चाहिए, उससे क्यों भागना चाहते हैं? आर वी गोइंग टू क्रिएट द इस्लाम एज ए नेम ऑफ फियर? क्या देयर इज नो इस्लाम विदाउट फियर? नंबर वन. नंबर टू इज दैट मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, लुकिंग टू द ऑल सिनेरियो ऑफ द केस, आप देखिए कि जहां राजा के बारे में तो सब चर्चा हो रही है, उसको अगर जेल में भेजा गया तो किसी ने कोई क्रिटिसाइज नहीं किया. जबकि मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या राजा ने पैगंबर मोहम्मद साहब का नाम लिया था कि अपनी स्पीच में? आज कोई, मुझे लगता है नहीं. नंबर वन. खैर जो भी है वो डिसाइड करना कोर्ट का काम है, उसने गलत बोला सही बोला, लेकिन क्या उसने जो कुछ बोला उसकी सजा सरतन से जुदा है क्या? और वो जो सरतन से जुदा के नारे जिन्होंने लगाए, आपने भी 3 बार असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब से भी पूछा था और इनके प्रवक्ता से भी पूछा कि जिन्होंने पैगंबर मोहम्मद साहब की शान के लिए और सरतन से जुदा के नारे लगाए, क्या वो इस्लाम में जायज है क्या? नंबर वन. नंबर टू इज दैट कि क्या उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई नहीं होनी चाहिए था क्या? आपने डी राजा को तो तुरंत अरेस्ट कर लिया, लेकिन आपने एक मिनट मेरी बात.
Okay, no, in fact, I'll bring in Sridhar Reddy now. Sridhar Reddy, since it is your government in the state of Telangana, why no action has been taken against? You know, the fact is that it was a prompt action. One moment, please, just hold on to your thoughts. It was a prompt action against Raja Singh, which was needed. It was the need of the hour. His arrest was important. It should have been exemplary. But what about this MIM corporator? Sridhar Reddy.
See, it is not about. Can I?
Yes, Mr. Reddy, go ahead.
If he stops.
Sridhar Reddy ji, boliye.
See, it is not about individuals, whether an MIM corporator, shouted the slogans or somebody. Whoever tries to disturb the peace and tranquility in Telangana or in Hyderabad, we are not going to keep quiet. The government is not going to keep quiet. The law enforcement agents are at their liberty to take necessary action on all those elements who are trying to create disturbance. So, Raja Singh has been arrested based on a complaint, and at the same time, the police will look into the aspects of what you are just claiming now, whether these slogans or shouting slogans.
No, I'm not claiming. There is an audio. There is an audio for which Mr. Owaisi and also Asim Waqar, both of them have condemned that audio. But the question is that this is an open call of beheading. We have seen what happened against Kanhaiya Lal in Udaipur. We have seen what happened against Umesh Kole in Amravati. These are incidents which were clearly revenge. These were hate incidents. So what has to be done? That's what I'm asking you.
See, we are a responsible government. There is no bias towards anyone. We are going to, treat equally all the faiths and all the beliefs. Whoever does a mistake, the government definitely will initiate an action which is suitable to the, prima facie guilt that they are found. So the issue is who is trying to instigate the violence. We are a state for the last 8 years without any issue, without any communal rights or violence. We are running a peaceful state, and today there are some elements who are trying to create disturbance in our state, in Hyderabad especially, to spoil the brand of Hyderabad, to instigate violence with their hidden agenda of polarization. So irrespective of the, whoever maybe it is, the government will be responsible enough to handle them properly according to the law of the land. There is no doubt about it. Raja Singh has been arrested. At the same time, whoever does it, they also will be tried accordingly.
Mr. Patabi, you heard from the government representative here. He is saying that action will be taken, but that certainly is not a satisfactory answer, because when we ask in the context of Nipur Sharma, why no action, why no arrest, then similar question will be asked about in the context of this MIM corporator, who has been caught on camera. In front of the camera, he's seen chanting those slogans. That is provocation, that is insightful, that is hate speech.
Definitely, see, police will look into every aspect. They'll definitely try to collect the
Mr.
evidence.
Patabi, please go ahead.
They will definitely initiate a necessary action.
Okay.
We are
Let's see what action you take. Let's see what action you take. Mr. Patabi.
Yes. So here what's happening is somehow the police have been acting in a discriminatory manner, I can say, because one hand they take action against the BJP MLA, say the utterances by the BJP MLA are absolutely objectionable and not warranted by any civil society. At the same time, what the MIM corporate also has done is equally reprehensible, and the police should have taken the same sort of action which they have taken against the BJP MLAs, because the law requires that whoever it is who makes such utterances and disturbs the public peace and public peace and tranquility, they have to be proceeded against as per law. So ultimately, the police are there to enforce rule of law and see that there is no discrimination, there is no bias.
And are you seeing this as discrimination? Are you seeing this as selective action?
It appears that, because having taken, see, I am not supporting either one, but the fact is that whoever utters such sort of public peace disturbing utterances, they have to be proceeded with as per law. In fact, as Mr. Owaisi has earlier stated, rule of law prevails. It is not a question of whether it is a Muslim, whether it is a BJP person, whoever it is. The society stands endangered by these sort of hate speeches, and the government has to immediately rush in and curb these things by taking preventive action. So this is where what I see is lacking here.
Both are culpable. Mr. Reddy, both are culpable here.
See, I made it very clear, we are not going to go by the political affiliations. We are not going to see, the government is not going to see, the law and order enforcement agencies are not going to see which party they belong to. Whoever tries to disturb the peace, whoever tries to take the law in their hands, definitely, as you know, it was said earlier, the law will take its own course and we are going to act on it.
Okay.
But my question is again, who is instigating the violence in the first case?
Okay.
It seems the BJP rank and file have not learned from the experience of Nupur Sharma. Even after that, you have been saying is a serial offender. Raja Singh was trying to do, trying to talk in the same manner repeatedly. So the question is, today BJP has taken an action, suspended him, but at the same time, who is giving them that confidence? In Telangana, the BJP state president says that he will dig mosques to identify whether they are temples or mosques. He will also threaten Hindus. If anyone plays Bhagavad Gita in the final rites, they will attack. They will burn theatres if they don't like the content in the movies. Who is trying to? Why there is a selective punishment to Raja Singh, not to the state president? Here we call nobody should take law in their hands. Nobody
Vinod Bansal of VHP.
should do such derogatory comments. Nobody
Vinod Bansal
should
of VHP
try to instigate such kind of violence or hatred speeches.
Okay. Vinod Bansal जी बोलिए.
हाँ. मारिया, मैं सिर्फ एक पूछना चाहता हूँ. इन्होंने बहुत सारे भाषण दिए, लेकिन इन्होंने एक बात नहीं बताई कि जो सैकड़ों की संख्या में लोग प्रोटेस्ट करके सरतन से जुदा करने की बात कर रहे थे, उनको पहले गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए या डी राजा को पहले गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए? नंबर 1. नंबर 2 इज दैट इन्होंने कहा कि डी राजा जिम्मेदार हैं. क्या डी राजा से पहले मुनव्वर फारूकी जिम्मेदार नहीं है कि जिनको आपने रेड कार्पेट वेलकम दिया था? क्या उससे पहले आप ये कहना चाहते हैं कि अगर ये मेरी बात को पूरी होने दीजिए प्लीज. आपने उन वो सरतन से जुदा करने वालों में से कितनों को अरेस्ट किया? क्या उन पर रहने से लगाओगे? क्या उन्होंने देशद्रोह नहीं किया? क्या उन्होंने देश के कानून को सरिया का कानून बनाने की कोशिश नहीं करी? क्या आप मुझे बताइए. आखिरकार जो नुपुर शर्मा कहते हैं, मैं कहता हूं अगर नुपुर शर्मा को अगर पुलिस अरेस्ट कर लेती है तो क्या कोई गारंटी देगा कि उसको बेड नहीं करेंगे? आप मुझे बताइए. 33 साल बाद न्यूयॉर्क के अंदर जिसको नहीं छोड़ा, आप मुझे बताइए उस इस्लाम के बारे में और उनके जिहादी कट्टरपंथी सोच के बारे में क्या कहा जा सकता है? इट इज वेरी शेमफुल. एंड टू हुम यू आर मेकिंग द विक्टिम. मैं कहता हूं भारत में अगर आप सरतन से जुदा की संस्कृति पैदा करना चाहते हो तो किसी हिंदुओं का और भारत का नुकसान नहीं कर रहे, आप इस्लाम का नुकसान कर रहे हैं. You are attacking on Islam because nobody will believe on the Islam anymore.
Okay.
Asim Bakar, politics we are doing.
Asim Bakar, inflammatory comments, hateful speeches from all the sides are condemnable. Question is, he was arrested and then released on bail. Action taken here. What about your corporator? I'm saying it again because even in the case of what happened in Ajmer, Dargah Sharif, all the calls that were given by those who are seen as the caretakers, no action has been taken against any of them. It is just stops at condemnation. Why should it stop at condemnation?
मारिया, आज जो है ना कांग्रेस के सचिव ने भी बोला है वहां पर.
आसिम बकार
अफसोस की बात है.
हाँ.
मैं सबकी बात सुन रहा था मैडम, मैं सबकी बात सुन रहा था। बहुत अफसोस की बात है, हम लोग तो कहीं से समर्थन नहीं कर रहे। मुसलमान ने अगर कभी किसी ऐसे व्यक्ति का समर्थन किया हो जिसने किसी धर्म के बारे में टिप्पणी की हो,
बकर साहब बताइए ना।
अब बोलने तो भाई, इनका ये टेप रिकॉर्डर बंद कराइए, ये जो रेडियो है, ये रेडियो बजता रहता है, इसको उसका स्विच दबाना पड़ता है।
खान और जफर खान कौन है ये तो बता दो, और इनको ऊपर एनएसए कब लगाओगे आप? बस इतनी सी बात पूछ रहा हूं मैं आपसे।
अरे मेरी बात सुनो मेरे लाल, तुम बोलते ज्यादा हो, तुम्हारी अकल कम है।
अरे
तो अगर सुनोगे, लोगों की बात सुनोगे।
मेरी अकल कम है, मुझे
अब
पता है
इतने लोग गाय के नाम पे मार दिए इन लोगों ने,
मैं कहता हूं
गाय के नाम पे इतने लोग मार दिए, बेकसूर लोग मार दिए, उस पर ये बात नहीं करता है।
आपके सपोर्टेड पार्टी के जो कॉर्पोरेटर हैं भाई, वो तो सीधा
भाई आपका ये जो वर्सेस वाला सिस्टम है ना मारिया शकील जी,
वो पता है क्या
ये आपके लिए टीआरपी का सिस्टम होगा, लेकिन मेरे लिए नहीं है। मैं इस तरह की बहस में बैठता नहीं हूँ।
विनोद बंसल जी
बात करने दीजिए पूरी तो ठीक है, वरना मैं शांत बैठा हूँ।
बंसल जी सुन लीजिए आसिम वकार, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड। यस विनोद बंसल जी, you have made your point, all of us have heard you. Now there are other panelists, let him speak. Asim Wakar,
kindly tell him to be in
देखिए ये
ओके विनोद बंसल,
ये देखिए ये सुपर हिंदू हैं ये विनोद बंसल।
चलिए आसिम वकार बोलिए।
मैं इन्हीं से कहूँ, ये बहुत बोल रहे हैं,
इनके पास तथ्य नहीं है तो
अरे बोलने दीजिए, ये बहुत बड़े हिंदू हैं।
आसिम वकार,
और मैं समझता हूँ ये इनसे बड़ा हिंदू देश में कोई नहीं है।
चलिए बोलिए।
मैं इनसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य ने भगवानों के बारे में टिप्पणी की,
राशिद खान पर बोलो
बहुत गलत,
वो अरेस्ट होंगे
और बीजेपी ने उसको बना दिया मंत्री कैबिनेट का। इन्होंने रिपोर्ट लिखा, इन्होंने विरोध किया स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य का।
तेलंगाना में
नहीं, ये बहुत बड़े हिंदू है ना, मैं इनसे पूछ रहा हूँ। नरेश अग्रवाल ने मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के बारे में गलत टिप्पणी की,
नहीं होंगे।
ये जो बैठे हुए हैं इन्होंने रिपोर्ट लिखाई, इन्होंने विरोध किया नरेश अग्रवाल का।
पता लग गया।
नहीं मतलब अगर हिंदू कहे
जफर खान पे नहीं बोलोगे,
तो ये कहते हैं जय कह लो।
आप राशिद खान पे नहीं बोलोगे।
अगर नरेश अग्रवाल बेइज्जती करे भगवान की, तो ये कहते हैं कह लो।
कौम के नाम पर अंगार बरसाना चाहता है, कौम का नाम पर अंगार जो आग लगाना चाहता है, कौम के नाम पर।
विनोद बंसल जी, you have made your point and you're constantly disturbing others. You'll have to be patient. Please listen.
मैडम मैं माफी के साथ आपकी डिबेट छोड़ रहा हूँ, मैं माफी के साथ।
आसिम वकार, ओके आसिम वकार जी बोलिए।
इससे टीआरपी मिलती है, कोई टीआरपी नहीं मिलती है।
Go ahead.
इसको कोई सुनना ही पसंद नहीं करता है।
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
मैडम इस आदमी को कोई सुनना पसंद नहीं करता है, आपको लगता है टीआरपी मिलती है।
चलिए आप बोलिए।
आप मेरा भी वक्त जाया कर रही हैं, अपना भी कर रही हैं।
बोलिए।
है ना, इसको थोड़ा सा लगाम लगाइए, इसको कोई सुनना पसंद नहीं करता है, ये इसके दिमाग खाली है।
पर्सनल
मैं
अटैक्स
पूछ
मत
रहा हूं,
करिए।
नरेश अग्रवाल ने रामचंद्र जी की बेइज्जती की, रामचंद्र जी की बेइज्जती की, इसने क्या किया? पूछ रहा हूं, इसने क्या किया? नरेश अग्रवाल कर सकते हैं बेइज्जती? स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य ने भगवान की बेइज्जती की और बाद में बीजेपी ने कैबिनेट मंत्री बनाया, क्या किया इसने? बैठा हुआ है यहां बोल रहा बड़बड़। पूछिए इससे, बगैर तो कितना भी हंसेगा, कोई जवाब नहीं देगा। ये सीता जी के बारे में इनके डिप्टी सीएम ने क्या कहा? बजरंगबली को क्या कह दिया गया? कोई जवाब ही नहीं होगा इनके पास, लोगों के पास।
आसिम वकार जी, सवाल ये है
भगवानों से
कि when the attack is no kind of attack on gods and goddesses should be acceptable.
मैडम सिर्फ एक बात, एक मिनट सुनिए। आप तो महिला है ना, आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, पूरे देश में एक मुसलमान बताइए जिसने किसी बलात्कारी को उसके रिहा होने पे माला पिनाई हो, मिठाई बांटी हो। एक बताइए मुसलमान। और ये पूरा समाज खड़ा होकर बलात्कारियों को माला पिनाता है, उनके लिए तिरंगा यात्रा निकालता है, उनके लिए मिठाइयां बांटता है, एक दूसरे को गले लगाता है।
Asim Wakar ji, you have still not answered. There is a problem in the community about radicalization and indoctrination. That has to be addressed. वो रिफॉर्म्स की वॉइसेस कम्युनिटी के अंदर से आकर के ये कंडेम करना चाहिए। ये बस कह देना कि लॉ विल टेक इट्स कोर्स इज नॉट समथिंग दैट विल बी एक्सेप्टेबल। अगर आप सवाल दूसरे पे उठा रहे हैं तो सवाल आप पर भी उठेगा।
Okay?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. Asim Waqar.
This is...
नहीं, मैंने तो आपसे बहुत जेन्युइन सी बात की. अगर मैंने या मेरे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जनाब असद साहब ने ये कहा होता कि नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक किया नारे लगाकर, तो आप
ये थोड़ी कहेंगे.
अभी आप इनसे पूछिए कि पहलू खान को क्यों मार दिया, ये समर्थन करेंगे. अभी आप इनसे पूछिए अलीमुद्दीन अंसारी को मारा, उसके अंदर मिठाई बांटी, फिर माला पिनाई, तो ये तारीफ करेंगे कातिलों की. हम लोग साथ नहीं है कातिलों के. ये क्या समाज को डेवलप कर रहे हैं, किस तरह की, ये बैठ के सवाल करेंगे. ये सवाल वाला मुंह है इनका. अभी गुजरात में बिल्किस मानो के जो बलात्कारी थे उनको रिहा किया गया, सजा याफ्ता मुजरिमों को, और वहां मिठाई बट रही है साहब, माला पिनाई जा रही है. ये सवाल पूछने की इनकी शक्ल है, सवाल पूछने की.
I have just enough time for Tariq Fateh. Tariq Fateh.
तो कठुआ में एक बच्ची का रेप कर दिया, मार दिया उसको.
Tariq Fateh, the larger question
निकालना है कातिलों को बचाने के लिए.
is
किस मुंह से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं?
provocation happening from both the sides, and also clearly here that the fault lines are on the surface. There is much more that has to be done to address this communal tension now.
No, there's much more than what you see. When a Muslim child from birth is told that the Hindu and the Jew is your enemy, that he is inferior, that you are superior, and when in every Friday prayers you pray कि या अल्लाह मुसलमानों को कौमल काफरीन पे फतह नसीब करे, what are we doing? Deoband has influenced and created the entire Taliban without ever having shaken hands with them. This is a war of ideas, and in that the people who go and put floral wreaths over Aurangzeb's mazar, they are equally responsible. They honor and call Aurangzeb the wali, जिसने कितने लोगों का, लाखों का कत्ल किया. मुसलमानों का ज्यादा मारा, हिंदुओं को कम मारा. We are sitting there as if the past has just been one great gloriful
no, but the question is that this is raised to the bottom. If it is about insightful hate speeches and then there is counter insightful hate speeches, then action has to be taken. We cannot be just saying that it stops at condemnation. That's where the problem is. It cannot stop at condemnation.
It is not even that. The condemnation takes place when the mics are on and the cameras are on. And when they are off, the speech changes. जिसे तकैया कहा जाता है.
All right.
So, say, I know, more Muslims have died in Yemen. आप क्या समझते हैं? वहाँ हिंदू बैठे हुए हैं क्या? 5 lakh Yemeni Muslims have been killed. 5 lakh Syrians have died. The Pakistan's Islamic army butchered 10 million Bangladeshi Muslims. Balochistan mein maar rahe. Turkey is attacking Kurdistan. You need to see the whole picture.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Tariq Fateh, Mr. Reddy, Vinod Bansal, Syed Asim Waqar, and Advocate Patabi. Of course, this is something that is still a developing story. We are slipping into a short break. After that, we'll get you details of what what the Congress party is saying is their big movement ahead of 2024 polls.